This is Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, say does that star-spangled...
Oh, there's hope in... The smell of hardwood in the air, Tim, which means it's time to tip off a new NBA season.
Yeah, Kevin, the excitement is in the air because it counts starting tonight. We heard all the previews, new faces, new places. We're through the preseason. Now we finally get to see how it's going to play out.
So glad you've joined us. This could be a lot of fun.
It is great to be here, Kevin. Can't wait.
Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Victor Wembanyama. Rodman is out there with Bowen. Then there's Richard Hamilton, and it's Richardson in at the point guard position. Now here's Roy. Pocket two. There's Porter with the three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Here's Richardson. Pass to Hamilton. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
And some young promise in the backcourt for Philadelphia.
Maxey already an all-star. Jared McCain looks to continue his promising start. And Quentin Grimes, a revelation last season. And let's not forget, number 3 pick B.J. Edgecombe. They are loaded at guard.
Here is Porter after Rip Hamilton scored. Mobley outside, and they call an illegal screen here.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Hamilton outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Hamilton's got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Now here's Mobley. Here's Rice. Jump shot is good that time.
And look at how Rice is just totally ready for the moment. Just put the ball in his hands, and he's good to go.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Wembanyama, a screen on Mobley. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dennis Rodman. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Roy. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
He had a nice open look right there. Wembanyama's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the 76ers. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. Wemby came up, and Coach emphasized the importance of taking a charge and digging in when his players can. He said Wemby is counting on you to be movable. If your feet are set, you may alter his course. Don't change yours. If they can stand up to this tall task, they might just curb Wemby's advantage out there. Back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Now here is Hamilton. Brandon Roy unable to get his shot to go. It's off his leg. And the ref saying he kicked it. Wembanyama looking it over. And there's the call on Roy. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Wembanyama, a screen on Porter. Shot clock at 5. No good on the triple. Thunder trailing by 6. And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Marquis.
The 76ers leading by 6. Richardson outside. Wants to get it to Rodman and does.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it attacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Lets it go from 14. Oh, he can't hit.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Holds it up there for Mobley. It's stolen by Rodman. Hamilton left side. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Outside Roy, trying to end the drought. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Philadelphia?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And their ball pressure has been a major story in this one. Their ability to create turnovers and then turn that into offense. What a huge difference that has made.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Bowen is out there with Rodman. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Richardson. That's Hamilton in at the 2 spot. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Shams, we thank you very much for that report.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
A big man with a nice shooting stroke. You'll love to see it.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Shots good by Rice.
And you got to get out on Rice because he will make you pay from deep.
Wembanyama, too easy for the big man.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Porter passes to Mobley. And here's Roy. Back to Mobley. It's stolen by Rodman. Banked in off the glass. Bowen's got the lead up to 11 now for the 76ers.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Roy kicks to Mobley. Roy with the screen for Mobley. From downtown, that's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Rice.
Was starting to stretch the floor. That's 2 triples for him this quarter.
And stolen by Mobley. Outside Roy. Porter passes to Mobley. Here's Rice. Over Hamilton. And there's another one for the Thunder.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last. And still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Victor Wembanyama drawing fans league-wide. Pacers coach Rick Carlisle proclaimed, "I've never seen a player like this. I'm in awe of his talent, his size, his aptitude for the game, his skill, his feel, you name it. And in due time, it's very possible that he will be the face of world basketball." Guys?
Yeah, he's taken over. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Here's Richardson after the made shot from Evan Mobley. Wembanyama. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
It's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Hamilton against Porter. Pass to Rice. To the inside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And I like how tenacious Ilgauskas is. Once he catches the ball, he feels like no one is stopping him.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the game.
And take a look back at last season and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
Free throw no good for Ilgauskas. And with the depth of this Oklahoma City Thunder team, Tim, who's an impact player on this roster that might fly a little bit under the radar?
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's Aaron Wiggins. I look at a guy that in any other situation, might be able to average 15 to 18 points a game, but in Oklahoma City, he has sacrificed shots and minutes to be part of a winning team, and he competes every night.
He does indeed. Now, here's Mobley. Pass to Rice. This one for 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Inside. Here's Wembanyama. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Porter, bounce pass. Porter, a screen on Richardson. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
The 76ers leading by 5. Hamilton outside. Clock at 6. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off from deep. Richardson. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the 76ers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Thanks a lot. Well, Coach Nurse, seems like your defensive execution has been pretty sound. What are you seeing from your team?
Really solid, right? Not very many mistakes. We're helping where we're supposed to help. We're sending guys the right direction. Pretty solid.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie, for that. And, folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look here now at the 76ers, they don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the road, kind of like Kenny storming into the kitchen and trying to take all my barbecue chicken.
That's because you're in my building, and I'm eating all the barbecue chicken, big fella.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the 76ers.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion come from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like the aggressiveness. Don't lose steam in the second half.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
And it's Porter with the ball for the Thunder, trailing by 5. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. They've got Mobley. Porter is out there with Brandon Roy. Then there's Ilgauskas, and it's Rice in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, recognizing the opening, and Mobley got it to his teammate there on a platter.
Here's Hamilton. The Thunder making the shot. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Tim, one thing about the NBA, there is never a shortage of exciting young players to watch and cover. Who are you excited about in watching them grow and take it from this point forward?
Well, I love two big lead guards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Cade Cunningham certainly come to mind. Both of those guys are established stars in this league, and yet there is still so much more they can add to their games. The sky is the limit.
And they seem to have the right attitude. Am I right in your assessment?
They are guys that everybody wants to play with. They're mature as leaders as well.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
Such a treat that we get to watch Wembanyama in action. He's unlike anybody else in the league, or really ever.
Roy can't hit.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Wembanyama with it. Covered by Ilgauskas. Wembanyama fighting for it.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Porter passes to Mobley. Here's Rice for 3. No love that time with that miss. He is now 6 for 9. Richardson outside. Here's Bowen. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. And it's a 10-point Philadelphia lead. Now here's Porter. Pass to Mobley. Here's Rice. The Thunder with another miss.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Takes it inside. Boom. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Now here's Porter. Yes, that goes in. Porter's got 5 now.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with them. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Victor Wembanyama, number 1.
It happened so often. I'd say to myself, there's no way he can get to that shot, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and it go down as another block.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Wembanyama. Wembanyama, what a high release on the 3.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Mobley outside. Pass to Rice. Fires from deep. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Well, that's his first 3 of the half, and now he's got 4 made threes on the night.
Richardson the pass to Wembanyama. They double-team Wembanyama. It's tipped. Here's Rice, covered by Hamilton. Got that bucket in no time at all. And now it's only a 5-point Philadelphia lead.
Good to see Roy knocking it down from long range, wanting to be a bigger threat than them.
Pass to Bowen. From deep. Knocks down the 3-ball. Bowen's got 6 here in this quarter.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
And within the bigger picture of the game, you have these individual matchups.
And then Roy with the jam.
Man, Roy can fly.
Philadelphia leading by 6. Outside, Rodman. Back to Richardson. Wembanyama, a screen on Porter. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Porter passes to Roy. Mobley a screen on Richardson. Roy dishes to Rice. 6 to shoot. Over Bowen. Rice, no good. Richardson outside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Here's Roy. Puts up a deep 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly. Again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. Taking a look at the 76ers. Rodman is out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Richard Hamilton. Then it's Bowen. And it's Richardson in at the point guard.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. 76ers getting the bucket. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rice. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Rodman's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Tim, the Thunder with an MVP in SGA, an all-star in Jalen Williams. Man, this is one deep team.
Well, they may not have the top-tier star power of some other teams, but if they keep playing like this, they will become household names.
Throw good, Wembanyama. And legs from going undrafted to becoming a three-point contest champion. You had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
Now, here's Porter. Mobley outside. Ice. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Rice has got 20 points.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Hamilton outside. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Bowen. Here's Wembanyama for 3. In, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor, and looking for more.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on. The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And he gets the bucket.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Mobley outside. Loads it up there for Mobley. And stolen by Wembanyama. It's Richardson on the wing. Strong move off the glass. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Philadelphia.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Well, one thing that has stood out to me, and it's been a major difference maker, is they're playing with great pace, getting out on the break every chance they get.
The 76ers leading by 14. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Takes a step back. Wembanyama.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
And the Sixers last season, Tim, winning less than half as many games as had been projected.
Well, the injury bug completely derailed their season. And by the tail end of that year, a low win total was actually in their best interest because they were trying to ensure they retained their top 6 protected pick.
He's off on the first. And one thing when a team underperforms like Philly did last season, Tim, they often bounce back.
Well, it always comes down to health, Kevin. If they have that, it feels like the East is wide open. They are going to have a chance to make some noise.
And he's good on the second. You know, Tim, you hear some players now feeling they're being unfairly criticized. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do believe it can get personal at times, but listen, if you are in this league, I think it helps to have thick skin because you are going to be criticized from time to time.
But players do pay attention, don't they? They know what's being said and written.
They pay a lot more attention than they let on, Kevin, believe me. And if they're not listening, somebody in their inner circle is, I promise you that. Great at jumping into action on these plays, saving that possession for his team.
Stolen away. Here's Porter. Jacks up a three. Knocks down the three.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Richardson against Porter. From outside, can't get it to go.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And stolen by Richardson.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the 76ers.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, offensively, he was about as locked in as you can be, and his team continued to find him.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Let's lose a three. Down it goes for three.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
And he does not hit. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for Philadelphia. 17 points was their biggest margin. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And now our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.
And the Spurs start out with the ball. So the Hornets starting 5. They've got Kevin Durant. He's out there with Wembanyama. And it's James in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Leonard for 3. Here's O'Neal. And that one is stuffed right through.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Yeah, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And the Hornets with possession here. The Spurs making their last shot. And the basket by Pippen.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to George. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by O'Neal. Shot clock at 6. SGA passes to O'Neal. And the shot goes down.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has such great synergy with his teammates.
Here's Pippen. James outside. Offline with a 3.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's George. Back to SGA. The 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pippen, pass to James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the wing, San Antonio with a rebound. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Earlier I spoke with the Spurs head coach. Well, no surprise, we started chatting about Victor Wembanyama, and I asked what the plan was there, and coach said with a shrug, stay on him and hope for the best. What can you do? So still no magic answers for how to slow down a unique threat like Wemby on the floor. Back to you guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Wembanyama finds Durant. Back to Wembanyama. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
To the paint. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. San Antonio shooting their first foul shot of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Spurs, Paul George. One shot.
You cannot give Paul George these extra chances. This guy is deadly from the free throw line throughout his career.
Hornets trail by 4. James outside. Antetokounmpo with the block. SGA with it. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Wide open. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket.
Quick trigger there by SGA. I'll tell you, on the catch, be ready to rise and fire.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. .136 left to play in the first quarter. James against Antetokounmpo. James deciding where to go with it. Pass to Wembanyama. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Inside. And the dunk by Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard decides to flash that explosive athleticism. This guy works so hard on both his body and his craft.
Now here's Pippen. Durant for 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Pass to SGA. Leonard outside. The 3. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Graham.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
James, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets a floater go. Nice passing by Charlotte here. 4 on the clock. Wembanyama, screen on Antetokounmpo. For 3, Durant. Charlotte, no good that time either. Spurs lead by 8. Antetokounmpo finds George. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's James from the arc.
Oh, at the buzzer! Wow! I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Great awareness in crucial situations. Nicely done.
And that does it for the first quarter. San Antonio on top, up 5. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Kawhi Leonard out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's George, and it's O'Neal in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the San Antonio 5.
Now, Kevin Durant is such a difficult check, right? You've got to guard against the shot, and this is where he can draw contact and make it so difficult.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Taking 3 shots.
First free throw is good. And he can't hit the second.
One of the best things about Kevin Durant is he simply locks in on exactly what's in front of him at the moment. If that means working at practice, that's what he does. If that's competing at a high level in the game, that's what he does.
And he nails the third. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. 3-point lead.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
Pippen, pass to James. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Got a hand on it. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. It's George on the wing. Back to SGA. 6 to shoot. SGA using that size.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Chamberlain passes to Durant. James outside. James from distance. Easy work.
You see there's a hesitation to close out too hard on LeBron. They don't want to see him get downhill, but that three-point shot is on point.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to George. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA's got his 5th assist in this one. It's stolen by Leonard. Antetokounmpo for 3. Kevin Durant with a rebound.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it. But the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
Pass to George. Here's O'Neal. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
Here's SGA. After the basket by Charlotte. Now here's George. Back to SGA. Shot on the wing. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You simply have to respect the passing ability of Paul George, his ability to read and react and make the right choice. So good.
James. Pippen, no good.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
And there's 1:38 left in the second period. Pass to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, going to take more than that to stop Kawhi.
The toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
Pippen outside. Here's James. Antetokounmpo covering. Antetokounmpo against James. Over Antetokounmpo. The shot by James, no good.
Taking what the defense gives you, exactly the shot you want, just doesn't go in.
Pass to George. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
.44 seconds left in the first half of this one. LeBron goes. Whoa! Are you kidding me, LeBron?
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Spurs lead by 7. SGA looking around. Pass to George. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. SGA's got 10 points in the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
They set the screen. Here's Durant. Oh, the turnaround jumper. Count it. Durant's got 7 now in this quarter. And so the San Antonio Spurs closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. More 2K action in just a moment.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for the participants.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Hornets trail by 7. On the floor for Charlotte, we've got Wembanyama. Also Kevin Durant out there. And it's James in at the 2. Durant, the pass to James. Floats one up from deep. Wembanyama. Wemby showing off the range.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Pass to George. Back to SGA. The shot. And it falls all over the rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 points in the game.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Leonard outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. He shoots. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. 14 points for him.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
Timeout call, the Hornets. Outside Wembanyama. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Outside Durant. Lets it go from deep. Paul George pulls it in.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pass to SGA. Antetokounmpo outside. Now here's Leonard. Guarded by Durant. 6 on the shot clock. From 20 feet. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Oh, 2 vicious points from the Kings.
Oh, stop it. That one just too easy for LeBron James. So high above the rim.
Pass to George. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by O'Neal. Up top, SGA. Defended by Pippen. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. Hornets trail by 3. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant 1. Unnecessary contact.
You know, it's just hard to watch a player put the well-being of an opponent at risk. He rightfully earned that flagrant.
Take a break. Yeah, the officials are all over that one, sending a clear message that that kind of roughness is unacceptable. No good on that one.
What's remarkable about LeBron is the complete command of the game. Not only his team, but you'll hear opponents joke about how well he knows their plays.
And he's good on the second. Pippen, pass to James. To the inside. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Giannis driving in. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
When Giannis starts to drive, the defense knows it's in trouble. He powers right through them.
Now here's Pippen. 5 points in the game. Durant for 3. Offensive rebound. Chamberlain. Excellent D there from O'Neal. And here's George. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 6 assists now in the game. Time called here. The Hornets decide to talk it over. Minute 35 left to play in the third quarter. Pippen, the pass to Wembanyama. Back to Pippen. Here's Durant. He's got 10. Clock at 6. Paul George pulls down the board.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Pass to Leonard. The 3 is up. Leonard, a threat from deep.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
And the shot goes in. SGA's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Pippen outside. SGA with a steal. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. Ooh, Giannis dunks it home.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now here's Durant. Charlotte, no good that time either.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Here's SGA. It's tipped. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Spurs out in front. They lead by 13. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's George. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's O'Neal in at the 5 down low. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Pippen, pass to Durant. Wembanyama, screen on Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Pippen.
First personal foul.
San Antonio leading by 16. Leonard outside. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. And he lobs it up. Yes, sir! LeBron James!
Amazing. Even a little bit off target, LeBron knows how to finish the alley-oop.
Pass to George from outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Chamberlain's got his 4th rebound in this one. Right side, Wembanyama. And here's Durant. Leonard defending. There's the screen. Durant, pass to James. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Chamberlain gets the bucket. Chamberlain's got his first points in this one.
There is so much responsibility on LeBron's shoulders. He has to keep that offense flowing, and he's got such a great grasp of their system.
Now here's Leonard. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Durant. Leonard for 3. Rebounded by LeBron. Durant against Leonard. Pass to Pippen. Outside Wembanyama. Durant fires! Antetokounmpo with a rebound.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocked loose. Pippen with it. He's picked up by SGA. Outside Wembanyama. Now James. Outside Durant. 5 on the clock. And they're running. Oh, no good on the layup.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
LeBron. Can't hit it. San Antonio leading by 12. Here's SGA on the drive. Down it goes.
Such a smoothness and ease to the way Shai Gilgeous-Alexander plays. What a pretty drive. Makes it look easy.
Timeout called, Hornets. Pippen outside. And he gets it from 15.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Here's George. There's a minute 26 left in the 4th quarter. Knocks down the trifecta.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Now here's George. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3, and he nails it.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Durant. Now James. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection.
Pippen outside. Here's James. Outside Wembanyama. It's good from beyond the arc.
Now, the very definition of unselfish. LeBron could score every time, but you see his affinity for getting his teammates involved.
So we see the Spurs taking the W here. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.